Collins and her mentors have spent countless hours in this lab here, gloving up to get ready to go to space. Teachers across the 13 schools in Putnam County are the living success stories of the Novice Teacher Retention Program. There are 4 mentors and over 100 mentees in this program, and each mentor has about 30 to 50 teachers that they guide. But thanks to his work family at the Crafty Bastards restaurant and pub, he's getting the help he needs. On beautiful days such as this, local fishermen are chomping at the bit to get out on the water. I've been here all morning in Riverfront Park talking to these fishermen, and it seems as though the restrictions they feel do not really affect their day-to-day fishing. Todos estaban emocionados por tener una buena razón para estar fuera del salón. La ex-estrella de fútbol americano, UF Major Wright, está esparciendo mensajes de bondad. Great question, Avery. I don't know about you, but at 11, I certainly was not worried about the effects of gravity on protein production. For this exceptional student, science has always been her main passion. Tucked away in a lab, one student sits, content, hard at work.
Separate these things into 4 sections and use different concentrations of the lysozyme solution for each one to see if they equilibrate any of them.
This 11-year-old is taking her affinity for science out of this world. Colin Sheldon's project was selected to be tested at the International Space Station. A year of trial and error turned to success.
It's science, so you can never really give up on science, can you? It's too awesome.
Collins and her mentors have spent countless hours in this lab here, gloving up to get ready to go to space.
Collins is amazing. First of all, she is very determined, and she doesn't know failure. We do know failure, but we don't end there. She persevered through 100 trials, I don't know. She was bound and determined that she was going to do this.
Collins' experiment will test whether microgravity affects the amount of protein produced in E. coli. Once results come back from space, she will compare them to ones collected here on Earth. Her advanced knowledge is admirable. North Marion High School teacher Carla Reedy says she wishes her students worked as hard as Collins.
With the older students, they should be a lot more capable, and some of them are. But a lot of them just don't have the motivation. And it's that motivation, that hard work, that effort that makes all the difference, I think, with Collins.
Her success and work ethic has not gone unnoticed by her friends.
They were like, okay, you're famous now. Can I get your autograph? Text me your autograph.
Collins says she couldn't have done it without her support system. Teachers, family, and friends all are standing by waiting to see how this space launch will ignite her career. For a more in-depth look at other science going to space in the state, visit Allison Williams' Fresh Take Florida story at wuft.org. Back to the Yankers. "17 candles, 17 names, 17 lives the Parkland, Florida community holds close to its heart."
Yes, it's very important to me that their memories are ultimately never forgotten, and that their lives are considered no less meaningful just because they're cut short.
Tuesday marked the 5-year anniversary of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting. About 100 University of Florida students gathered in the Plaza of the Americas to mourn in solidarity. Students huddled together, listening to stories, remembering their peers.
For you, never again.
For most of the world, February 14th is spent celebrating loved ones. For everyone impacted by the tragedy, the holiday only makes it harder.
It was just a lot going on. The moment after I received the text, there's a shooting at Douglas, it was just a downhill spiral. And as we were watching the news, my 3 roommates and I, we had a knock on our door from people who were still celebrating Valentine's Day and bringing us chocolate and flowers. And here we were crying, watching the news.
Moriarty has been organizing these candle vigils with March for Our Lives Gainesville for the last 5 years. Moriarty wasn't directly affected, but she still wanted to help. She says people who were grieving deserve an event without the burden of planning it.
The people I knew were okay physically, but not everyone was, and at that point it was kind of just my sadness turned to fight, and so at that point it was just how can we make sure this doesn't happen again?
A candle's light eventually dies out, but survivors are determined to keep the fires in their hearts burning strong. Elena Barrera, WUFT News. Everyone has a unique way of making his or her mark on the world. For local barber Drew Quo, a pair of scissors is all he needs to make a difference.
So I believe it's not about the haircut that we provide. I think it's about the words of encouragement we can give. So it's not about what we can get, it's more about what we can give to other people.
Quo fell in love with the art 7 years ago. Ever since, he's been striving to use his gift to give back as often as he can. Quo frequently volunteers his talents at Grace Marketplace, a local homeless shelter. The goal? To spread joy with every fresh cut.
I always believe that it's all about us barbers coming into unity to serve the community. We want to be able to help out those people who are in need.
He's making his passion more permanent here in downtown Gainesville, opening this barbershop's doors to clients old and new.
And so I'm just so excited to be a part of this organization, this culture over here. And Santos has provided such a great atmosphere for everybody else over here.
Quo joined a band of barbers at Gainesville's newest luxury barbershop, MMJ exclusive. He surrounded himself with other artists who have similar passions.
Customer service is number one, no matter what you do. Anybody can give a great haircut, but customer service is not everywhere you're getting, so I wanted to give that back to the community.
Looking to set itself apart, MMJ exclusive is curating a one-of-a-kind atmosphere. The shop is complete with an upstairs lounge and bar and membership opportunities.
I wanted a place for locals to come and enjoy themselves, you know. I wanted a different vibe from the different barbershops, you know, like, how to say that, just a different barbershop on our tour, you know, something the Gainesville never seen before.
Quo is ready to shape hair and shape lives in this new place he calls home, working alongside a team that prides itself in being a cut above the rest. Elena Barrera, WUFT News.